Okay, here's Keith and I working with the AccuStrike training knives. The beauty of these knives is that they light up and they make noise when you make enough contact with the edge or the point. If you hit with the flat, they don't light up. If you're too light, they don't light up. So here we're just practicing the 5 angles with some shearing defense. And this is one of the basic ways we build knife skills. Now, I know that everybody who watches a video of people using knives will say, that's not knife fighting. Well, of course it's not. We're training. And I don't plan on ever being in a knife fight or using my knife to stab people or hurt people. It is a cutting tool, but it's part of the art that I practice. And it's good to know how to improvise weapons if you ever need to. Here now we're just stopping the force. We're meeting the force and stopping it and then cutting. So we're putting pressure into the blade and doing a compression cut. Again, just training. But these knives, I gotta say, I really enjoy for this type of training. So now we're just following the force as Keith feeds, or here I am feeding, and Keith's evading or attempting to evade and cutting as the knife passes by. This is probably the hardest defense to make work for real, but it's good to practice. All right. So you can hear every time we make enough contact that the knife makes noise and it lights up. So you can set it to either green or red, so that if you're doing a point spar, you can see who's got the point. Now we're just doing some free give and take, and this usually starts really flowy at first, and then the resistance builds up. It's not sparring, but it is a great way to train and a good way to prepare for sparring. There's no pattern, and we increase resistance as we go. So as we disarm and start playing now, I don't know how effective those little light stabs to my shoulder would be. It's a major muscle group, and he's not really jamming it in there with much power. But you take what you can get in the moment. Here you'll see Keith target really well, cutting my throat. Now it's good to acknowledge cuts, but you shouldn't necessarily stop as soon as you're cut, because you cannot measure in training the effect a cut will have. Plus, you want to build the mindset that no matter what, you keep going. As long as you can fight, you stay in the fight. Yeah, we're just having a lot of fun trying to get the knives out of each other's hands and playing a bit. Again, it's not sparring. We're not giving each other full pressure. We're not hitting each other with our off hands. We're not kneeing. We're not kicking each other in the nuts. We're just kind of playing and having fun and building skill. It looks a little ugly because we're not cooperating either. Now we're back to a flow where we're kind of cooperative, but then as we go, the cooperation becomes less and less. Here I am, just working the rival aqua bag. And the nice thing about this is, as I'm hitting the bag, I get to see where I'm hitting properly with the edge. And if you watch carefully, you'll see a couple times where the knife doesn't beep, doesn't give me good feedback, so I know I struck wrong on those times. Now here I am working with a pair of knives. Now, realistically, would I do that? Would I carry 2 knives? No, it's just me having fun. In the end, isn't that what this is all about?